everyone, you're here with Colorful Classrooms with Miss B and Elio. Okay, I'm gonna let him go. He really has a toy he really wants to play with. But today we're gonna continue our conversations about genre. Let's say it 3 times just to really get it in our head about what we're gonna work on today. Ready? My turn then. Actually, let's just say it together on the count of 3. 3 times on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Genre, genre, genre. Is it in your head? Awesome. The last lesson we talked about the 2 main types of genre. My turn then your turn. Fiction, which are fake stories. Remember, fiction, fake. These are stories that are made up in the author's head. The other type of genre is, my turn then your turn, nonfiction. Remember, nonfiction is not fake. Nonfiction and not fake. It tells facts about something. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be exploring just the subgenres, so the little genres under fiction, so the subgenres of fiction. So cool. We have 3 today, but there are many different subgenres of fiction. Sorry, Ely really wants me to play with him right now. That's so funny. There are many types of subgenres of fiction. I just picked 3 so that your mind doesn't get too overworked while we're at home. So the 3 we're going to be working on are today, and then we're going to be reading a story for us to practice determining the genre, so fiction or nonfiction, and the subgenre of a book. Are you ready? Okay, let's do the first subgenre. Drum roll, please. The first subgenre is, my turn then your turn, realistic fiction. So realistic fiction is a story using made-up characters that could happen in real life. So I have some examples here. Some examples of realistic fiction are Ivanhoe. It's about a made-up character named Ivanhoe, but everything that happens in this book could happen in real life. Another book that's realistic fiction is A Chair from My Mother. The main characters are made up, but everything that happens in the story could happen in real life. The very last one that I have as an example is, and we read this for Wondering, is Jabari Jumps. Jabari is a made-up character, but what happened in the story with him could happen. Raise your hand if you've ever jumped off a diving board or seen someone else do it. That could happen in real life. So Jabari Jumps is realistic fiction. The next type, drum roll please, is fantasy. My turn then your turn. Fantasy. Fantasy is a story including elements that are impossible, like magic. So for example, Harry Potter is fantasy because magic is impossible. Well, as some people. If you watch The Descendants on, I think it's Disney Channel, right? Disney Channel, that's fantasy. That stuff couldn't actually happen, and it's a fake story, which means the genre is fiction and fantasy. And then most books with talking animals are typically fantasy, because can animals actually talk? Nah, they can't. So most are fantasy. The last subgenre that we're going to be talking about under fiction. So remember, all these are fiction. These are subgenres. So as drum roll please, last subgenre of fiction is mystery. My turn then your turn. Mystery. Mystery is a suspenseful story about a puzzling event that is not solved until the end. So any story, most of the time, with a detective is a mystery. So for example, Cam Jansen is a mystery. Her subgenre is mystery. My favorite TV show growing up was Scooby-Doo, and I still watch it sometimes now. And Scooby-Doo is a mystery. So it's a fiction because Scooby-Doo is a fake story, it's made up, but it's a mystery because they usually don't find out who the monster is until the very end. So that puzzle is not solved until the very end. So cool. your favorite type of genre under fiction? Maybe all of them? Yeah. Okay, we are going to practice determining this genre, so fiction or nonfiction, and subgenre of a book. We're going to use this sentence stem up here when we're thinking about what is the genre of the book. Let's read it together. The genre of the book is blank and blank. I know this because blank. So in this first blank, you're going to put either fiction or nonfiction. What's the main type of genre? Is it a fake story? Is it fiction? Or is it not fake? Is it nonfiction? And the second blank is the subgenre it is under those. So for example, if I was reading Jabari Jumps, I would say the genre of the book is fiction and realistic fiction. So cool. If I was watching Scooby-Doo and thinking about the genre, I would say the genre of Scooby-Doo is fiction and mystery. And then in this last blank, you're going to give 2 or 3 reasons why. If you're a second grader, I definitely need you to do 2, if not more. And if you are a third grader watching this video, I want you to give 3, if not more. Sound good? Because remember, good readers have to support their idea with evidence from the story. If you don't support your idea, it's really easy for other people to argue with you because you don't have any evidence to support it. Yeah, I know. Don't want to be argued with. So today we're going to read just a few pages of this book, Thank You, Omu, and it's by Oge Mora. We're just going to read a couple pages of the beginning, and you're going to be thinking about what is the genre of this book. Unfortunately, we will not get to the end, but I will link it below in case you want to read it later. Sound good? Okay. Thank You, Omu by Oge Mora. Your job is to think about what is the genre. Use the sentence stem. Thank You, Omu. Sorry, it's Amu. Ooh, I love that. It says, note to the reader, Amu, pronounced Amu, is the Igbo term for queen. So remember, it's pronounced Amu. Ooh, love that they have that note. Amu. Thank you, Amu. On the corner of First Street and Long Street, on the very top floor, Amu was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred it and took a small taste. What a delicious stew, Amu said. Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I have ever had. With that, Amu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted, which means lightly blew over, out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until someone was at the door. When Amu opened it, she saw a little boy. A little boy, Amu exclaimed. What brings you to my home? I was playing with my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell, the little boy replied. What is it? Thick red stew. Stew, he sighed. That sure sounds yummy. Okay, that's actually all we're going to be reading of Thank You, Amu. Remember, it's linked below if you want to read the rest. So, I want you to be thinking about what is the genre of Thank You, Amu? What is the main type of genre? Is it fiction or nonfiction? And then what is its subgenre? Is it realistic fiction, fantasy, or mystery? Or these 3 that we do not know? Use the sentence stem to answer that question. What is the genre of Thank You, Amu? The genre of the book is blank and blank. I know this because blank. Take some time by pausing the video either here or pausing the video over here or somewhere in between. That way I can show you the answer after. Okay, pause the video. Hopefully you paused it and wrote down your own answer, and now you're unpausing it because you're like, Miss Brandon, I want to know yours. Here's my answer about what the genre is of Thank You, Amu. Here, why don't I put it right there for us to look at too. This is my answer. I said the genre of the book is fiction because it's a fake story, and realistic fiction. I know this because Amu is a made-up character, and making a stew can happen in real life. What were your reasons? Did you give the same reasons as me? Did you have the same genre types as me? If you didn't, I want you to go back and listen to the explanation of the different types of genre again, and maybe even the read aloud. If you had different reasons than me, that is okay though. Because remember, different readers are going to think different things because of different reasons. The genre is the only thing we have to think the same about, but the reasons can be different. I do like my reasons though. Anyways, hopefully you got the genre right. Remember, even though we talked about realistic fiction using this book, there are 2 other and even more subgenres under fiction. We talked about mystery and fantasy as well. I hope you all are doing okay and staying safe. If you need anything at all, email me because I miss you. Okay. Or you can have your parents call me if you have my number. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.